started the show and we were like trying to get the pictures in there, and then like all of a sudden, it didn't happen, and I'm like, wow, wait, something's not right. And when I shot you guys the pictures, I was like, okay, okay, yeah. And once, I love you too. Once again, this is my nephew Brandon. He's in the service right now. He's in North Carolina, doing his thing. I love you, and I'll let you go. I have another call coming in. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye. Love you. Bye. Okay. So, Mr. Soul Fighter, are you present? I can't hear you. Okay, and if you're out there and you're listening, you're more than welcome to call. I have one call right now, and then I'll be taking other calls. Hello there. How are you? Yes, bad. Oh, you get a lot of feedback. Woo. And there's a couple glitches here, man, doing all this technical stuff. And, you know,
I'm doing all right myself.
I am, yeah. So Maurice, you good?
Yeah.
You okay there?
I have my phone, but all my other sounds are down. Is yours feeding back up over there? You doing good?
Yeah, we're doing good, except for Jessie was saying that she cannot hear me on the station, or is having trouble hearing. Maybe I don't know if it's just her. So if you're out there and you can hear me, give me a shout out. If you know my number, shoot me a text.
Yeah, you can send them the YouTube link too, because we're live on YouTube.
We are live on YouTube as we speak. So if you want to call, by the way, right now we have this little critter right here. This is Jayla. You can squeeze over a little bit more, Jayla, so they can see you. Nope, the other way. You're going away. You got. Here we go.
Do you have the radio station?
Okay. This is Jayla.
The radio station in the background. You want to have that off.
I'm sorry?
You want to have the radio station off in the background. Are you playing it on the computer?
The radio station? Yeah. No, not the radio station. No.
Because I can hear it coming back through from something.
I don't know. I don't have the radio station on.
Oh, okay. Cool.
No, I just have the live stream and I have the butt program. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I wanted to offer my condolences to you and your family and his friends.
Yeah, they I got calls from Brandon and Brendan, my two nephews. They're one is in San Diego, California, and the other one is in North Carolina. One's in the Navy, one's in the Army. They both called in. So there's been a couple of other calls that I wasn't able to take because I was on the call with them. So
Okay.
yeah. And then now I'm talking to you, and are you? Yeah.
So
Okay.
I want to thank you for allowing me to be a part of the putting together the slideshow.
Yeah, I'm getting like the conversation, like the feedback from the conversation that I'm having in delay. So it's kind of throwing me off a little bit.
I know I can hear the conversation in the background.
Yeah, but I don't know why that's happening.
Well, so it's not coming through your computer?
thing. He was gonna be doing his own thing, and so as a grown up, and so I had to let him fly. I gave him his little wings. Did what I did what I had to do. As how they say, it takes a village to raise a child. So, when my sister needed that a little extra help, of course I was there for her, and I did everything that I could do to help her, help him. And I'm glad that he picked up a little bit of my habits along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
The humor wasn't out, man. He had the whole room laughing. It didn't matter. It could be a serious moment, and he'll bust out with one of his jokes just to lighten up some food. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
it didn't matter if he was having a bad day. He wouldn't show it. But if somebody else was having a bad day, he would try his hardest to
Yeah.
make sure that it'll be turned around.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but and like I was telling them the story about the UPS thing, it was kind of crazy that you and I had contact so early on in your life too, because I knew
I was
you.
like, I don't know, 9 or 10.
Yeah, it was the after school program, and I loved you then, you know, and the fact that you ended up, in such a, you know, close, relationship with Ed, and who's part of my family, and you didn't even know, you know.
It's just how life works because we ended up becoming neighbors, and as soon as we started moving our stuff in, Eddie was like, "Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome to the block. I just want to let y'all know that this is my block." And I was like, "Oh, okay, okay." And then I remember seeing you pull up, and I'm like, "Man, that's Liz right there." And I'm like, "How do you know Liz?" He's like, "That's my aunt."
I know. He was like, "You know her?"
Life is short. Life is small. This world is small. It's just crazy.
It really is a small world. It really is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, my love to you and the girls and Abdel.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
I will be seeing you guys soon, hopefully.
Yes,
And thank you, Yasmin, for calling and
of
speaking on his behalf.
course.
All
I'm
right.
sending my
Love you guys.
bye.
All right. Bye bye. All right. So that was Yasmin, the Jesus, and Abdel. And I know she's speaking for him as well. I appreciate the love. I appreciate everything, the kind words everybody's, saying and speaking on Ed's behalf. Um, what can I say? Jayla, Jayla. All right. So right now I'm gonna have Jayla, his daughter, speak. Um, you okay there?
Yeah,
All right. Tell us a little bit. I'm gonna put you on the air here. There you go.
um,
Tell us a little bit about your dad. Tell me how this has all got you feeling, and
well,
what are you thinking?
it got me feeling like really like alone and
like I don't really have nobody to talk to when I need actually like to speak my mind or tell them anything that's happening or what's going on or what I've been doing and stuff like that. But other than that, my dad is actually a really good guy. I'm glad he was my dad. Like he was the best dad like I could ever ask for. Did everything together. We went to his baseball games together. We went to Six Flags together. We had daughter and father time all the time. We used to play music and laugh and tell jokes to each other and call each other names. I'm pretty young to like lose a dad at a young age, and I know it was hard for me to know that my dad was passing. So I took it in like at least I have the rest of my family left, and like I have a stepdad that I could sit down and talk to or tell him everything that's going on, and I appreciate that. Um, that I have a stepdad in my life, and I thank you, Corey, for everything that you've done for me for 14 years. Been in my life for so long that it got to the point where, like, since I lost my father, and I know you'll always be my father, just know that you will always be my second dad, and I will always count on you for anything. But other than that, my dad was that type of man to be honest with you and tell you things that will just make you laugh and feel some type of way, like, oh, all happy and joyful, and like you did everything that anybody else could do. But other than that, my father was pretty. He was pretty cool, kind of cuckoo in the head. But other than that, he raised me to be a good daughter and to understand to finish school, finish high school, finish do college if you really want to, or just get straight into jobbing. And right now, I'm kind of following his footsteps on being like a better person. So yeah, so
So he was more of he wasn't only just like your dad and your father figure. He was your
like my
best
best friend.
friend. He was your best friend, the one parent that you probably felt comfortable talking to.
Yeah,
Because there's always one or the other.
yeah.
So in this case, it was your dad, and plus
I will always
you
be a
was a
daddy's
daddy's
girl.
girl.
I'm always gonna be a daddy's girl.
You were
I really
definitely a daddy's
was.
girl
I
because
definitely was.
I know that for sure.
Yeah, I really
I
was.
seen it with my own eyes. So and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Um, so what do you think now? Like moving forward,
Well,
how do you plan to honor your father from now on?
I honor him for being a amazing person, a loving person, a caring person, a person that I could just sit there and actually just like admire and like he never ever sat there and put me down to anything, or he'll never like do stuff that I couldn't do. We'll always do stuff together, so it's kind of like he was my best friend. Like
So if you had to say anything to your dad right now, last words, what would you say to him?
I appreciate you being the most best parent I could ever ask for, and that I thank you for raising me and talking to me about things that my mother never really like sat down and talked to me about, and I miss him.
So I know you're still in school, and I know you want to graduate, and I know you got there's a lot of things that you want to do with your life. And I'll ask again, like, how do you plan to honor him moving forward? You want to make him proud of you, right?
I want him to see me
Because
grown up.
he's gonna be up there watching you.
Yeah.
I'm saying this because he doesn't realize that He's gonna be up there watching her every move. Just the fact that he's not here doesn't mean that he's not here. He's up there, and he got a bird's eye view of everything.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, how do you plan to honor him now in the future? You want to be a success? What do you want to do? How you plan? You know,
I want him to be very proud of me.
behaviorize. What do you want to change?
The bad habits that I am doing that I shouldn't be really doing, and hurting my mother since she's the only person that I could really count on right now.
Well, you have family, but your
Family
mom is
too, so
definitely the most important one.
yeah, so I'm trying to help my mom, trying to get through it too because my mom's kind of upset about it. So it's kind of like I'm in between. Like I need to make my mom proud of me and my father proud of me at the same time because I don't want to see them getting let down by me and like I'm the only child that's really stayed in school my whole life. So it's kinda
Yeah,
like
and then you got your Lexia,
got Alexia, got my little sister
and you got your little sister looking up to
looking up
you
to me.
and looking at what you do. So you
Mhm.
have to be the example for her to follow.
Mhm.
And with that being said, and you being the example, you have to be exemplary. That means that you have to make sure that whatever you do, doesn't, that it doesn't make it, because we all make mistakes, but sometimes
Mhm.
when we make mistakes, we make a poor choice, and then the people that are behind us, in your case, would be your little sister, seeing you make these mistakes makes her think that it's okay to do, and it's not. And I know that right now we can tell you, hey, we love you and we don't want to see you making these mistakes, and you're young, and I understand that. But at the same token, we're telling you for a reason. So you don't want your little sister, when you get older, and your little sister, if in fact you made those mistakes and she says, okay, it's okay because you did it, so now I'm gonna do it. And so, moving forward, like, with that being said, that little girl is now, gonna do the same mistakes you do. You being older, you're looking at her and saying, no, you shouldn't be doing that. You should do things differently. So you are the example now. You are. Jolly has a baby also, another little girl.
Mhm.
She's gonna follow in those footsteps. So you're kind of like a soldier, and they are you're the captain, and they're your soldiers, and they're gonna follow what you do.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
When you're out there and you're making decisions, or making choices for yourself, keep that in mind, because what you do today might affect somebody else tomorrow. Okay? So I love you, and I know you love your dad, and I loved your dad, and you know how much, and we have a good relationship because why? Because I'm like your dad. Well, actually, your dad is like me. So, all right. So this is Jayla Martinez, uh, Junior. I call her Gina. I gave her a new name. Hold on one second. Hello there. I did not. Oh yeah, I'm doing it right now. I just spoke to Brandon. He called in, and Brendan called in. Both the Brandons called in. I spoke to Ed's friend Yasmin. She's my friend too, but yeah, the girl across the street, Yasmin, and Abdel's wife. So yeah, I was just talking to Jale here. I mean, not Yeah, Jayla. No, not Jale. Jayla. And we just had a little interview online, and yeah, I'm still doing it. So I'm gonna give you this number. Okay, did I give you a number to call? Okay, call that number, and then you could be on the thing with me on the radio. Yep, yep. All you gotta do is call it. Oh, it's already been started. It's already 8:02. I'm supposed to end it at 8, but I think I'm gonna extend it a little bit. What are you doing in the, why? Oh my God. Okay. 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 Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, well, yeah. Hey, are you okay? Okay. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So, can I?
Who was that?
Hello? Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna call you right back. After I'm done here, shouldn't be too much longer. I'm on the air right now. Okay. Love you. Okay. Bye bye. Yeah. Um. So this was Jaylani Martinez. Again, she was that's Eddie's daughter, and of course you hear she's got nothing but kind words to say about her dad. They were really good friends. They had a really, really special and close relationship. And she's actually with me at the moment, visiting and spending some quality time, And the family's just really just keeping in touch right now. The line is free right now, so if anybody's willing to call, we have a few minutes left. You can call in and we can talk a little bit. Okay. Hello, Abdel. Okay, are you calling me on my phone or the line from the? Yeah, call the line. Okay, all right, all right. So we have Abdel De Jesus. That's Yasmin's husband, who's had a really really close relationship with Ed, as she said. He Ed helped him through his PTSD and things like that, and so they were really really close to each other. And he suffered like a really huge loss by losing Ed, and so he's gonna call us right now. Okie dokie.
Adele Jesus. To accept, press 1.
Abdel,
Yeah.
hey, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going, it's going. So right now we have Abdel De Jesus on the line. This is Yasmin De Jesus' husband, and he was really close with Eddie Martinez, my handsome nephew. Here's his picture, by the way, in case nobody. Wait, let me see. There we go. Uh-huh. He loved his Yankees. Uh, so Abdel.
I used to get on him all the time.
Yeah. And why was that? Were you a Red Sox fan?
Because the Yankees always choked in the playoffs.
Oh.
Matter of fact, I remember the last time I was with him and my dad and my father-in-law, they were all going at it about baseball.
Oh goodness.
He defended his Yankees to the end.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead.
Oh no, I was saying, at my daughter's birthday, the last time I was with him, he was going at it with my father-in-law and my father about baseball, and he defends his Yankees till the end.
Oh yeah, always. Well, you know what? I have to stand by him on that because I'm a diehard Yankee fan myself.
Oh, I know that.
You know, and in case you don't believe that, here I got a little something to show you guys. Um, so this is my Derek Jeter thingy. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It doesn't look like him, but yeah, of course. There you go. You see?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I have I got his bracelet. You know, my favorite player was Jeter. You know, number two.
Nice.
That was the man. He was the greatest shortstop ever. You know, that was the man. So Ed and me had that in common. Of course, he's from the Bronx, so that's where. Well, actually, well, yeah, he was born in the Bronx. He moved to his parents. His mom moved to Brooklyn when he was little, but he came back to the Bronx and lived there for forever. For as long as I can remember, until I moved to Utica in like 1990. Yeah, 1990 I moved to Utica, and around 1992 he came up to live with me and Jesse and my ex-husband, and he's been, he took a lot of lessons from me. So, but Yankees, we never left them behind. We could move wherever, but you know how it is. Home is where the heart is. So, but yeah, Abdel, tell us a little bit about you and Eddie.
I don't even know where to start. I mean, that was my brother, man. And he's still my brother forever. Um, for me, I spent a lot of my young life in the military, and when I finally did manage to get out, um, I didn't really have friends, man. I don't, I don't know. The army gave me trust issues. I don't know what it did to me, but never really, had it like if somebody say that's my brother, that's my friend. I have a friend. One time at Eddie, um, we were next door neighbors for about 5 years. Um, we practically spent almost every day together unless I was working. Um, we did everything together, man. Eddie was the type of guy that, if you needed to lift something heavy or, it didn't matter what it was, just knock at his window and come right out. Like he was there. He was always there to help you, you know what I mean? And we just had a lot of good times together, man. More than I can count.
Yeah.
Holidays, Christmas parties, birthday parties, Thanksgiving. He would eat Thanksgiving with us, me and my family. I mean, he was family. So,
He was at the table too, huh?
oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. It seemed like it was at everybody's table.
Yeah. He ate a little bit. He ate a little bit from here, a little bit from there. Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah, yeah, but that was him. Like that was him.
Oh,
He just he was just, I don't know, man. I don't know what that infectious like energy that he had.
he was loud. He was loud too. I could say he is loud. Like if he truly likes you, and he gets along, he's gonna let you know in the most loudest possible way. He's not he's not ashamed to show anybody or no matter where he is. Like, hey, this is my brother. This is my friend.
Right, right, right. And it's just crazy because you know in life sometimes it's rare when you come across somebody that becomes that close to you. you know it's just crazy, you know when, and especially if you're having a situation where you just really don't trust too many people to find like
Right.
that one person.
Exactly. I mean, and Liz, I'll tell you, it's I could sit here and write you an entire list, but me and Eddie literally didn't have one thing in common. As far as guys, we didn't like the same sports team. We didn't we didn't even like the same food. Like we're complete opposites. He's twice my age. Um, I spent a lot of the years that I knew him. I was like in college. I was always like working on cool stuff, and he was not doing that. He was doing something completely opposite. Like we were like two different worlds, but we got along like we were living in the same. I knew him my whole life.
Right.
That's how close
And
they was.
it's funny because in life is about balance, you know and somehow, some way, you found balance with this man. Like I told you before, I felt like you guys were like yin yang. You balanced each other off. Like, I'm sure that there were things about you that I don't want to get emotional, but I'm sure there were things about you that Ed saw and appreciated. Maybe in the same way that you feel like you had those trust issues, maybe he had some too. And maybe he was looking, maybe in you he found structure. You being in the military and living your life the way you do. You have your wife, you have your two little girls, you have your
Absolutely,
home.
absolutely. I
This.
always tried to be his good grace, and he knew, that I was never gonna change. I showed him it didn't matter. It could be the smallest like thing, and I would tell him like I think when you're that close to somebody, you should be able to tell them the uncomfortable things and the good things, and I can tell as those uncomfortable things, and he'd be like, you're right, okay, like, and then we'll still joke about it, just be happy, like it was never, you know, I can't explain it, and with me too, like I know you mentioned early on that I have PTSD. And I still have PTSD. And there's like certain things that like overwhelm me or it makes me like very hyper vigilant. And Eddie, he was like my calm. You know, he knew, and it's the thing. Like we spent so much time together that he knew when I was feeling that uncomfort or being like hyper vigilant.
Yeah,
He knew much as almost my wife does. And for him to know me that much, that just tells you right there how much time we spent together.
right. He could tell when you were going through that discomfort, and you're not feeling like yourself at that moment, or
Exactly.
something's not right.
Exactly.
And it's you can.
He was just there, man. He was there for me.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's not just like all about, yeah, he was a great energy and all of that stuff, but there was something else deeper about him that a lot of people didn't understand. His kindness. Um, he was genuine. Uh, his love for people always came from the right place. you know and that could be it could be a blessing, and it could be a curse, because there's people out there that take advantage of that. you know and I will always tell him about that also, because like you said, it can't always be about the beautiful things. There's also ugliness out there, and you have to be able to talk about both equally, you know, and express both equally. If I'm gonna be your friend, like I always have a saying, I said, if you're gonna be my friend, and my breath stinks, please tell me. Don't go tell somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, share that with me. Like, don't share somebody else, because it's not gonna help you, or it's not going to help me if you're sharing it with other people. Come and tell me.
Exactly.
Tell me the good, and tell me the good, the bad, and the ugly. Tell it all. Tell it all to me.
And that's how it was, man. That's how real he was.
Right.
He would tell you that he would and if he didn't like something about you, he would tell you. He would tell you straight up. Like And he'll say, in a gracious way, but he'll tell you, like, hey, it's this and that.
Right.
But he would never do it in a way like he's, either being like fake or trying to offend you or just anything like that. He kept it. He was real.
He kept it real. He kept it real, and that's what I loved about him. And that was genuine. That was genuine, and that's something that I hope that in this lifetime, in your lifetime, that you're able to find that again. I can only say to you, right now, thank you for being so sincere with him. You know, thank you for being the best you that you could be with him, because he needed that. He needed you in his life just as much as you needed him. And I can guarantee you that.
I agree 100%.
I can guarantee you that. So, just based off of what I've seen, the relationship that you and him had, and Yasmin and him had, that you guys all had together, I have to love you guys. And I already knew Yasmin before, and it was kind of ironic that they became as close as they did, because when I knew her, she was only like 9 or 10.
We were already family before we knew.
I know we were family before we even knew we were, So, for me, whatever you have with Ed is already extended to me, you know. That's how I feel about you guys.
The men had nicknames for my little girls, like nicknames that stood from when they were babies to now.
Mm-hmm.
And like they really reciprocate that love towards him, and that right there for me is very special.
Right.
Very, very special.
And you know how they say that if your dog don't like somebody, you shouldn't like them either.
That's true.
I run people through my dogs all the time. If they don't like you, I ain't gonna like you. Something's wrong with you. Right. So, and that's the honest to God truth. Like, they just have that instinct. So if that's how it was, and I could see that. I could see him being like that. He just always loved kids. He loved kids. And when he had Jayla, man, I knew that was gonna be a special relationship, because they were like two peas in a pot.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. And she's as she's as loud and as exaggerated as he is right now. I'm so used to peace and quiet, and she's here, and I'm like, is that her screaming again? Oh my God, did somebody kill somebody? But you know what? I'm learning to appreciate it.
How's she doing?
She's doing good, actually. She's having fun. She's having fun. She's enjoying herself. And me, I'm like a kid at heart anyway. I think that's where Ed gets that. I'm like a kid at heart, so I'll just come down. She'll come downstairs, and I'm already like here, and she'll come over with her hair like all messed up, and I'm like, hey, what's up with your hair? You got a bird's nest in there or something? I'm gonna take you outside. I got a lot of birds out here. They could use that. She's like, Dee, stop. She's like, stop.
Yeah, like I told you, I'm here. I'm here. If she needs me, I'm here.
Yeah.
If she needs anything, here.
You got it, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you. Yeah.
And, no, my eyes are always gonna be on her, and I'm always gonna watch her back. I'm gonna have her back.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I know if it was the other way around, I know he'd be there.
He'd be the same. Yeah, he would definitely be doing the same thing, for sure. For sure. So, Abdel, thank you for your time. I appreciate you. I love you guys, you, Yasmin, the girls, and your two little doggies. And I'll be reaching out to you guys. All right. Thank you again, and thank you for coming on here and speaking your piece.
Absolutely. You guys enjoy your night.
All right. Love you guys. Good night.
Bye.
All right. So that was heartfelt. He always makes me get emotional. All right. So Fighter, where you at? So Fighter, did you fall asleep on me? All right. Well, we are exactly 22 minutes over time, but it is what it is. This was a special night. There's no way that I would have went through this day without hearing and listening to everybody. Oh, wait, we got another caller.
One, to send a voicemail.
All right, so Fighter, what we got? Maurice So Fighter Taylor, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, all right. So what we got to share today? Well, no, Abdel made me emotional. See, Abdel's always the one that make me kind of lose it a little bit every now and then, because I I know how this is all affecting him, and I always and it's affecting everybody, but he brings it he always brings it out of me. So yeah, so yeah, I I was able to get through without crying. Thank you. Uh, Got a little emotional there in the end, but it's okay. I did it. So thank you, thank you. So how are we doing? So do you want to end this with a poem tonight, or what are we doing? Uh-huh. Okay. Do me a favor and give me the poem that I got on top of my dresser. The poem on top of the dresser is the one from the funeral. Can you give it to me? Okay, great, thank you. There you go, Maurice Soulfighter Taylor doing what he does best, sharing his poetry in the words, in memory of Eddie Martinez, my nephew, who we lost on July 3rd, 2022. Ed, we love you, and we're going to make sure that your memory continues to live on. I'm going to read the poem, what I wrote for him at his service, and after that, we're going to be ending the show. So I want to thank everybody. In the meantime, let me just read this for him. Uh-huh. Oh, I think I feel like dying. Yeah. And then if, well, I don't know if you can play that little clip of him saying goodbye, but if you could, that would be nice. All right, hold on 1 second. I have a call coming in. Oh, can I take this call real quick? Oh, it's my brother. Let me take this call real quick, Maurice. Hello? 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 Okay, hold on. Hello? Julio? Yes, I can hear you now. Hold on. In fact, I'm going to merge this call. You're going to be talking to me and Maurice at the same time. Maurice? Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to make this a three-way between you, myself, and my brother Julio. Julio, can you hear me? Julio? Hello, can you hear me? Okay. Maurice, can you hear me? Okay, so we're gonna make this outro. We're gonna do, it's not an outro, but this is our last conversation for the day, and we're gonna do a three-way between myself, Maurice Soulfighter Taylor, and my brother Julio Torres. He was Eddie's uncle. That's my brother, like I said. And so Julio, what we got to say today? Oh, by the way, I want to congratulate Julio because Julio's been sober for 1 year and what, 1 week, 2 weeks? He's celebrating a year and 2 weeks of sobriety. And we have to be very proud of him for doing that because it takes a real man to be able to do what he's doing. Maurice has 27 years in, and Julio, we hope to see you there someday. Can you guys hear me? Okay. So, all right. So, Julio, what you got? What you got to add to the night with regard to Edwin passing, to our nephew? Right. Yeah. You might want to move around because you're kind of breaking up a little bit. I don't know if it's your signal, maybe in the hospital. So yeah, you're breaking up a little bit. So hello, hello. Yeah, I don't know if we lost Julio. I can't hear him. Julio, you there? Julio, you there? Okay, I can hear you now. So go ahead and speak. Let us know, how you feel about the loss and any kind words you have for Ed or any stories, little stories you might have. Yeah. uh, yeah, yeah. Well, and that's the story all the way across. I got to speak to Abdel, his friend that lives across the street with his wife and the two little girls, and she called me, and he just called me a little while ago, and I actually got to speak to Brandon and Brendan, uh, Sweepy's kids, and Brandon is in San Diego, California, and Brandon is in North Carolina. He just got back from Poland. Um, you know, I got to speak to a few people, and everybody says the same thing that you just said. He was just always happy, laughing, always had a good joke to tell, and that right. and and then me and you and all of us when we lived in Utica, and he was little and he was growing up, when he was living with me, he was always a part of everything, always want to be involved in everything, even fishing. He hated fishing. He hated it. And he hated fishing. Yeah, he got a fish. Yeah, listen, you see that little you seen that little fish. But you want to hear the funny thing? He hated putting the worm on the hook too. He didn't want to touch the worm. Yeah, he didn't want to touch the worm. That's what it was. He didn't want to touch the worm. He couldn't stand the worm. He he didn't want to hurt it. Oh no, I don't think it was that. He just didn't want to touch it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He didn't want, no, it wasn't that, Julio. I was the one that took him fishing and taught him how to fish, and he just didn't want to touch the worm. He was scared of it. You put that worm in his hand, and when it start wiggling like that, oh no, he could. Yeah, yep, yeah, all sooky sooky now. Yep. Hmm. Yeah, that's right. He used to do that sooky sooky thing all the time. That was his thing. Yep. That was another one of those little hangups he had along the way. Everything was sooky sooky now. Oh, sooky sooky. everything. Mm-hmm. Say there were six boys. It was six boys and three girls, including myself. Yeah, it was nine of us. It was nine of us. And then Julio was stuck in the middle somewhere. Right, Julio? Yeah, doing his own thing. He was doing his own thing. But yeah, so those are the good old days, Julio, the good old days. Yeah, I was trying to catch up. Yeah, I used to take him with me sometimes. I used to take him out with me. And he loved. Remember my black truck, the one that I got in Utica, the Isuzu Rodeo. He loved that truck. He was like the Ford Escort. Yeah, it was standard, and it was standard. It was stick. We taught him how to drive stick. He didn't even drive automatic from jump. He just drove stick. We taught him on a stick. Oh my God. Right. Yeah, he was funny. Always something. But that black truck, man, he loved that truck. He was like, Tay, you got the best truck in the whole block. Look at that. Look at that thing. And then the speaker and the loud music. He was like, you got the best. Yep, you got the best truck and the best system on the block. Nobody touching that. He was proud of that truck. Yep. We used to drive in it a lot too. We used to ride around a lot. Every time I left the house, he was like, "Where you going? Can I come with you? I want to go with you." I'm like, "All right, come on." You know. But that was my nephew. That was our nephew. That was. That's what we lost, and that's what we're gonna miss. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Irving's. Mm-mm. Mhm. Wow, that must have been a while ago because Karina haven't been in. She haven't been in. Yeah, she haven't been there since before I got out of there. So that's when she was there last. So yeah, wow, and it's been a few years. Yeah, yeah, upset or unhappy, right? Yeah, yeah. All right, Julio. Well, thank you for calling. I love you, brother, and I'll see you soon. You're not that far away from me, so. Oh, That's right. And he's happy right now. I'm pretty sure he's looking down at us saying, I knew Tay was gonna do something like this. I knew it. Because he knew I was doing the radio show. I was actually looking forward to getting him on, but unfortunately things happen. So nope. N- Never. Happy. Yep. Making people happy. All right. Well, I love you, and I'm gonna finish the show off with my poem. So if you're there, just listen up. I'm gonna hang up the phone so I can do the poem, and then we're gonna close the show out. I love you, Julio. I love you, brother. What happened? What happened, Mo? Oh, you want him to stay on the phone? Oh, okay. All right. So hang in there. No, he's gonna put a video of Ed. But no, we're live, so you're gonna be part of this. So yeah, and he's gonna cue in the radio the video to the live. So whenever you're ready, Mo. You want me to do the poem first, or you gonna do the video and the thing first? Okay, so I'm gonna do the poem, and then he's gonna cue in the video. All right. So just 2 weeks ago, we were making plans. You were laughing and planning a visit to come see me. I had no idea you were going to leave me. Man, how I wish that you had waited just a little. Sorry about that. Just 2 weeks ago, we were making plans. You were laughing and planning a visit to come see me. I had no idea you were going to leave me. Man, how I wish that you had waited just another week or two. I wasn't ready for this. Wasn't ready for rest in peace or a final hug or goodbye kiss. Your infectious laugh, smile, and beautiful energy will be so incredibly missed. The many lives you touch and the ones you love will keep you on their hearts, in their hearts forever. The list of broken hearts you leave behind is so long. Your mother and Tay Mama, Jayla, Jesse, Gigi, Sweepy, Brian, Brendan, Julio, Bibi, and Brianna. Brandon, Shorty, and many friends. Brandy, Shorty, and many friends and family he picked for himself, like Abdel and Yasmin, Face, and many others. The extension is long and the connection deep and many. So if I didn't mention you, please don't be upset. This is hard to process, and I can't help if I forget. You left us without saying goodbye. Your departure was untimely. We still trying to catch up to you. I'm not gonna lie. Trying to face this reality is hard. I can't see through the reality of your absence. We had a bond. He knew and understood the role I played in his life, and he loved and respected me for it. I fought for him to the very end, and so this pain and sense of loss is too much. No one expected you to go. Confused, no one expected you to go. I understand that when it's that time, we have no say so. No matter how much we would prefer to have you stay, God is in charge and we have no say. All we have left is the memories. I asked everyone what they remember most of you, and the consistent answer was that you were genuine, real, and they appreciated that the most. There was no shame in your game, and that you were always real. You didn't care what anybody thought, you were always you. The other was that infectious smile that you had. Your laugh was loud, but that's what made you you. You never looked like you were having a bad day. It was always good energy, a beautiful smile, and some kind words, and a huge hug to follow. Man, how I wish I could hear it one more time. Just to hear you say, "Hey, Tay Mama, what's up? I got some new beats we can write to. Here, let's listen to them. Put them up and let's hear them play." Ev- Everything about Ed was exaggerated. That was him, but he was always love and happiness to the 10th power, all the way to his final hour. I put my hand on your heart and left it and felt its last beat. I'll take that to my grave. I knew right then and there that I had to be brave, not just for myself but for everyone around me. Holding those emotions down doesn't come that easy, but I knew I had to take the lead for your mom, the rest of the family, but most especially for your seed. I have my moments of weakness when I'm alone, but I know time will come when I can cry freely, let out some of the pain. My heart is broken and my head filled with confusion. Every night I go to bed and hope that I wake to all of this just being an illusion. Lord knows that the pain is all too real. In reality, I don't know how long it's going to take to heal. Yet in front of all of you, I have to keep it together. But I won't be able to do that forever. So for now, I'll just do what I do and try to be a little bit more clever. I fought for you all the way to the end. And when you thought I wasn't there, I never gave up on you. I just needed time to heal. The breakdown of my family wasn't by my choice, but like always, I put my family first. I'm slowly rebuilding what I lost. The price was high, and it all came at a huge cost. But I was hoping to climb out the barrel and throw you and my sister the rope. Because if I can survive, I thought we could survive together. I never imagined that I would lose you forever. But I guess God had other plans. Unfortunately, that meant that you leaving was out of my hands. I felt your last heartbeat and it killed me. I wish I had the power to bring you back. But as I said before, when God has a plan, I have no say in that. Laying you to rest is so hard because we know you were genuinely irreplaceable. But we have to understand no matter how hard it is, we have to let your physical being go. We also understand that each of us have our own memories of Ed. So here tonight, together and individually, we can begin to build his legacy. Share your experiences and keep his memories alive. Allow him to live through us. He has wings and he's here watching us as our guardian angel with extra large wings glowing as bright as the smile he's always worn for us. We love you, Ed. Set the table for us. This is not goodbye. This is see you later. God bless you and keep you till we meet again in heaven. That's my memory. Those are my words for my nephew. And with that, we have only one thing left to do.
These thoughts that make you sick with a blind stare. Overwhelming thoughts that make your mind wear. The worries of our life, you're too afraid to share.
I see us in the light, family looks alright. I guess
yeah,
flash, we can't
and make music together, making music, period. This is a song that he did. This is a song that we did together. Yeah.
To put me to the test. All I wanna do is just go to heaven. My lucky number is 7. I feel gone.
Yeah, when he was younger. He did when he was younger.
I can see your struggle as if you wore them on your sleeve. The sadness is deep, the windows to your soul runs deep. You're looking for answers, you search for all eternity. You fill your eyes with all the superficial things you need.
We're listening to the song that he made.
In the sky with so much pain, I feel like I'm going insane. Damn, I feel hurt. I don't really want to go through this, but I see myself in a hearse. My heart bleeds to struggle, but I never buckle. Fuck a little tussle, I show you a little muscle. Yeah, I'm strong, never wrong. There's a reason why I sing this song.
You know that I'm behind your struggle every day, but who am I? I'm showing words, I'm gonna hear you say, why do I care? Who are you? Why do you wanna be there? You answer to your questions.
This song is called I Feel Like Dying, and we wrote this together.
You know this girl, she's really one of a kind. She overcame the struggle, for you she put it on the line. I fight for what I believe in until my very last breath. Others won't do for you, them I don't need to impress. I guess mine over better. For you I fight to the death. I wear my battle scars until they lay me to rest. I
believe in
I will do what I feel to be true, and at this very moment, the one I'm feeling is you.
Until they lay me to rest. I'm feeling it too. Your what? Yeah. Yep, I hear you. Okay, go ahead. Do your thing. Okay, I love you. Bye. Good night. Good night.
All right, peeps. I love y'all. Y'all be safe out there. Stay warm. You know what I mean? And may God bless y'all. Adios.
And with that being said, we're going to call the show for tonight. Thank everybody who came by, who called and spoke. And Maurice, thank you again for the slideshow, and thank you for your time, and thank you for all the effort you put into that, and you know, you speaking into the poetry and the poem that you read for him at his service, and for this. And there's plenty of other things that we're working on. So don't be a stranger. The number's not going to change. You guys can call me anytime. You know, we're going to be having. That's right. We're going to be having discussions about different things, and as we get better, as time goes, we'll get better, and we'll tighten this show down to a system where every. eh, Oh yeah, yeah. And I wanted him to be a part of all of this again. I was going to bring him in, and you know, have him do this with me because we've done so much stuff together, and I know he would have loved it. Um, Unfortunately, the situation is what it is, and we'll just we're not gonna let him not be a part of this. Just because he's not here doesn't mean he can't be, you know, he can't be a part of this. So he's always gonna be he's gonna be a part of this, no matter you know how long it takes. That's right. We'll be uploading some of his music up to the radio station and letting everybody hear it. So as long as I'm here, he's here. So let's just say that. All right. So yeah, spread the word. Let everybody. Yeah. And that's right, with D Emissary. And for tonight, that was the show. Ed, love you. Rest in peace. You're an angel now. I know you got your wings. This is Let's Get to the Gritty, getting to the gritty with myself, the emissary, and usually our co-host, Mr. Maurice Soulfighter Taylor. You guys have a great night. Thank you. And God bless.